Going live. Hold on, let me check here.
Playing golf with my dad tomorrow.
Oh,
there we
nice.
go.
We're live. I'm trying to get this widget working. Because it was working earlier, but I updated it and it's just like it's not doing anything. It's weird.
Look at that. Yins are in the dungeon.
Yep, Yenzer Dungeon. I upgraded from the potato cam, if you haven't noticed.
So now you went with a sweet potato.
Yeah, a little bit of sweet potato, maybe a little cinnamon.
Yeah.
A little cinnamon
it's like
butter.
a regular potato.
Here we go.
More sugar.
Here we go. We got it. There we go. Yeah, it's dark. So we're going to have to do a little of that. So the old Yenzer basement and that. But welcome to a little different version of a dumpster fire today. My name is UrinatingTree. Next side me is the usual suspect, Mr. 5 Points Vids. What I've learned over the last week, never go on vacation. It was not that good.
So let me get this straight, right? Like you decided to go on vacation where you went to several ballparks and you drove to every one of them.
Yeah. My girl likes to do that sort of thing. I like doing it too, but it's more her idea. She wants to get away from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So I'm sure just trying to get to the ballpark ended up, you probably were fatigued and...
Well, it's also that. It's a combination of, Chicago's pretty ruthless in terms of its driving, plus nobody knows how to drive. So, there's a little bit of that. It was a little bit of, and it just felt like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
guaranteed rate field is kind of draconian in the way they do shit. Like, if you're in the 500s, you can't go down to the 100s level. And my girl likes to see the ballparks. And we didn't know this at the time we bought the tickets. So if we knew that, we would have gotten different tickets.
Yeah, that sounds shitty.
It is.
Huh. Yeah, like at Fenway, you can walk, right behind the plate and just check out everything and then go back to your poor people's seats.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, most places do that. Even Wrigley allows you to do that. Yankee Stadium had that thing. But
it's a little unfair. But I guess they want to police people coming down to the ballpark.
Yeah, they're worried about probably people sneaking down and getting seats. That's what they're probably worried about.
Sounds like Comiskey in the true name of their former owner, Charlie Comiskey, whose team stabbed him in the back by throwing a World Series. Yeah. Nothing is too short of pettiness.
I could say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty.
But you went to Milwaukee too, right? You went to Miller Park?
Oh yeah, Miller Park, Wrigley, and then we stopped in Cleveland. But by that point, I was just fucking exhausted. Because let's put it this way: a lot of shit happened, and a lot of stuff that has probably changed. It's not really first world stuff, but let's just say some shit happened.
Gotcha.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't a viable vacation. That's why I didn't think it went well. It's let's put it this way: we were batting around 100 for the whole trip. It was bad.
Ooh. Wow. Well, together afterwards, that's a plus, I would think. So what you need to do is go on a cruise.
Cruises, maybe.
And that way, if you get sick of your better half, you can just throw them off the ship.
That too. Well, before we start with the super chats, let's go on a little baseball score chat line.
Baseball score.
Yeah, a good old baseballs. The Texas Rangers are beating the tanking Tigers of Detroit 4-1. Jesse Chavez, 6.1 innings, 7 Ks. Yankees beating the Blue Jays 3-2. They almost blew it yesterday. Everyone's bitching about Eric Holder on there. Beautiful stuff. Phillies are actually beating the Mets now. It was 5-2. Now it's 5-7 Philly. So we can see that as some meet the Mets sort of material. And you've been paying attention to the Mets, right? I'll take that as a yes. Because...
you cut out for just what you were saying.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit too.
Oh.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, I've been... The Mets drama is terrible.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. I'm going to rub it in your face come Bobby Bonilla Day, but it's happening.
Bobby Bonilla Day is hilarious to me.
I consider it more like a symbolic day to celebrate the entire incompetence of the New York Mets organization. It's not even about Bobby Bonilla anymore. It's just about the team itself.
Yeah.
But going on, the Padres are shellacking the Orioles 8-2. By the way, thank you for royally choking and giving the Pirates false hope, San Diego. We love it, blowing 2 3-run leads in the 9th and the 11th. Truly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Middle of the 4th, and White Sox and Red Sox all deadlocked at 3. Also tied at 3, Royals and Indians. Top of the 6th, Kansas City is threatening. Nationals beating the Marlins 6-1. What a surprise. Braves beating the Cubs 1-0. Pirates and Astros deadlocked at 0. Mariners beating the Brewers 4-1. Twins beating the Rays 3-0. And the Athletics over Le Cardinals 1-0 with them threatening. But let's go to the real stuff with this Super Chats. First up, our old friend Beast of Metal 1989 for $5. This is probably coming for you, Mr. 5 Points. Bummer you didn't stay live until the Lightning's pick Friday. We could have made jokes about putting them putting another foot in the grave. Speaking of.
Yeah, I don't know. The Lightning are... It's on fire where their captain was like, I'm not going down with this thing, and said, I'm going to Detroit. And that's what they're left with.
Pretty much.
Cleaning house and dumping
They're not even going to clean house. They just got rid of one guy so far.
Yeah. Well, they're letting, like, Strawman and Girardi just retire and shit, and then...
I think they brought back... Oh, wait. They brought back Coburn, not Giraldi.
Yeah, he's old. Girardi's going to retire. Strawman will find someone like the Kings or somebody next
Strawman will get another contract. I'm not worried about that.
What do they do with McDonough? Callahan's dead. Callahan
is going to go to the land of Marion Hossa. LTIR'd. They'll probably have, I can see, the Senators picking up his contract for... If they dangle like a prospect or a pick,
some minimum team under the minimum or and need some contract action, they'll just be like, yeah, we'll take your salary, Callahan, and your Jakob Franzen type situation. All right, I thought the draft was great. By the way, you only came in for a couple minutes, but this is one of the deepest NHL drafts in a long time.
I was honestly surprised the Penguins didn't give up their first-round pick for Goon. I'm completely surprised about that.
Yeah, I liked what the Rangers did. We got Capo.
Oh, I mean, you that was foolproof. You had to pick Kako.
Yeah, and I like what they did in the later rounds. I'm not upset with what the Rangers did. I think the Rangers are going in the right direction, which is the only way they can go.
Oh, of course. I mean, you're in the middle of a rebuild. It seems like you're going in the right direction. Seems like it. See if you can get Trouba to a long-term deal.
I'm going to read this next one. El Cris for $5. FPV, I'm waiting on that stadium video. Don't know which one you put for Nicaragua. It's named after Dennis Martinez, a national...
El Presidente.
News for you,
El Perfecto. Indeedy.
And it's the top. It's every country's largest stadium, but I could only do the top 100, or else it would have been like 2 hours long.
Hey, you take your time on that magnum opus, man. That's all you got to do.
It's already 35 minutes, so I can't do it any longer.
Sponsored by Manscaped.com.
Actually, sponsored by Vita Good Scale.
Ooh, Vita Good Scale.
A scale that can tell your body weight or body mass index and body fat and all that shit. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yes. But I'm sorry, Nicaragua did not make the cut because their stadium was not big enough.
That's too bad.
Sorry.
But we have a couple from Paul Feinstein. 3 of 4 are coming up, actually, from him. Thanks for joining us, my man, again. Guys, if 3 of the 4 major sports leagues were going to die soon, which one would survive? In other words, which pro league is the most healthy right now? Ooh.
NFL, without a doubt.
I'd say NFL, NBA second.
Yeah. But the NFL is just prints cash. I think the NFL would be happy to kill off the other 3 leagues and just
They could eat
money.
the other 3 alive and still be okay. They could
even
clean them out.
Yeah, they'd have a 4-month season still, and be a daily thing if they were all look at like in soccer or with England. That's all they talk about all year round. NFL is king.
Of course. There's no other way to really put it. Just put it that way. But I've got one more for you. By the way, 5 Points vids. Where's the vid on City Sports Histories? Where is that, Mr. 5 Points?
I have, well, gosh, I'm so far behind on production because this month, like this video that I'm making is basically like 3 videos in one. It's going to be hard to get to that one, which is the championships. I might farm that one out to some other people. I might pay to have that one done. I did have a video called Where Are They Now? Stadiums, and just like show like Tampa Stadium in its heyday, and then show the Google images of the parking lot that it is now.
Oh, jeez.
Like, yeah, you're fucked. You're nothing now, bitch. That's where that video is. All right, I'll read this one from Jared Froman. Tree, where do you think the Red Wings will be next season? Good, bad, or mediocre? My forecast, young core, but that's it.
I would say mediocre, I feel like. I agree with that. I feel like they'll need another year or two to really bolster up the depth. They have the pieces. I can see some of that assembling, but they've got some bad contracts to still try and get out of. So it'll take another year or two to really do that.
Big question mark. He asked this exact same question on Friday, and that's close to the answer I gave. Was that mediocrity is probably in the future. They, like I said, they'll probably have stretches where they do really well, and then stretches where they're just Mets level bad.
I can see that.
That's saying a lot. Mets level bad.
Oh, Mets level bad. That's not good. That's not good. But Paul Feinstein for another $2. Tree, where do you think Panarin will go? Florida, New York Rangers, New York Islanders. Please, Isles. I still say Florida. I think that's the favorite winning runner right there.
The Rangers today, so whatever the Rangers got to do, back up the Brinks truck, whatever. I think if you add Panarin and Capo, like, oh man, that would be a tight first line.
What's about John? Yeah.
In the middle, like that'd be a nice first line, and then they probably trade Kreider. And, they got Brady Shea and Shat Deuces, and they have the makings of a core, but he probably won't sign.
Who knows?
We'll
find out July 1st. That's the real situation.
Find out.
Mm-hmm. I think you got this next one from our old friend, Mr. Beast of Metal 1989.
That's breaking. Tampa Bay Lightning GM states roster changes not needed while at draft. Opinion. Right? They don't need a roster blow up. They need to burn the entire organization to the ground, starting with him. Wow, some strong words there from Beast of Metal 1989er.
I feel like they're not really learning anything. All they really did was dangle a guy who didn't really fit in with their situation. If they really need to make a message, it's going to have to be like Palat, Johnson. Like, you're going to have to give up guys like that. JT Miller and old defensemen aren't really going to cut it.
The problem is the Lightning, their windows slammed shut, and it didn't just slam shut, it slammed shut on their fingers. Like, it's bad. And they got to go and rebuild, and who knows? They might make the playoffs. It might be the sort of flame out things that you saw with Detroit when that happened, and sort of what you're seeing with Pittsburgh, and I know that's hard to admit.
Mm-hmm. Sort of. What can you do? The Pens will pretend that they are top. They'll still pretend. They'll probably get some power forward and overpay the shit out of them in free agency and think they're good again, and they're not.
Well, I'm good at pretending.
Taylor Phillips, Mr. Michigan Sports Truth, with a couple donos. Yzerman and the Wings addressed the D in the draft. even though everyone apparently hates it. Moritz Seider of Deutschland. My personal feelings on that is you just gotta wait and see. I mean, who the hell knows? I haven't really looked into Moritz Seider and what he brings. It seems like his upside is maybe, what would you say, like an Alex Edler? Maybe?
Yeah, a lot of people were panning that pick reach, but I don't know. It's who knows? You can't cast too many judgments. The thing is, and I like what Taylor Phillips is saying, is they address defense in the draft. Which, who knows? The Rangers addressed defense one year by drafting Dylan McElrath. So
yeah, it's too. I mean, you can't really predict anything like that.
But when Tarasenko was on the board. But, that's how things go.
And one more by Taylor Phillips. Pistons passed up Bol Bol and ignore needs of a center. I mean, Bol Bol had a lot of risk, didn't he? Like, he fell for a serious reason. Like, I think it was like work ethic or effort, I believe.
Just skinny, he doesn't have an NBA body as his problem.
You can strengthen, though. You can strengthen that.
Who really came into the league and just got strong? Even Kevin Garnett, he got heavier, but he was never like super.
Like Durant's still pretty lanky, I feel like.
Yeah. Is the Slim Reaper. Like, the people don't do steroids in the league. It just doesn't help your game. Well, maybe. Some guys do. Fred Van Fleet looks like he's taking some steroids.
No, it might be because of the kid he had. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Before kid, he was hitting nothing. After kid, draining Jays repeatedly.
Yeah, it could have been. He was like God, he just calmed down and after he had the kid.
Pretty much.
We were able to focus more because in the beginning he was rough. I was surprised that nobody took Taco Fall.
He's more of a project, I feel like.
Yeah, but he's huge. He has an NBA body, so it looks like the Celtics are gonna give him a look.
That would shock me. It's worth a gamble, I feel like.
Why not? All right, Tucker White, 94. Have a good record this season because the split season news is grounds for Laukautum. Yes.
It's embarrassing. You're going from a shitty stadium to an even shittier one because you're not playing in a new stadium. You're playing in an Olympic Stadium, which is a fucking travesty. That is not made for baseball. I mean, they'll probably still have like the old AstroTurf there.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. I think they play CFL games there, and they either have field turf or something for it. I forget. I'm going to critique all the Canadian League when I really run out of ideas. But I've got like 10 more to do. Wait to do UEFA Class 4 stadiums, by the way. You guys will fucking nut when you see those stadiums. I think that the Rays doing that, it's some type of leverage thing with the city. I don't think it's serious. Absolutely, that is.
He's trying to pull a bluff. Since Ybor City fell through, he's looking for something that's just like, okay, maybe I'll scare him into a new stadium. But even then, Tampa Bay's not drawing fans to their stadium. And that's a good baseball team. That's the disturbing part.
It's in St. Pete. Nobody goes to St. Pete. Like, if you were asked a girl who lives in Tampa to come on a date.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think it also has to do with lack of marketing. I think that would be another reason too, wouldn't it?
And the stadium is a dump. It's like not fun. Like, people come to Raymond James because it's, for one, it's a fun stadium to go watch.
It's in the middle of. It's like you have the pirate ship. You have stuff to do there. The Lightning. That's a nice stadium. They've really won over the public there. That's Lightning territory.
Yeah.
Even though their team.
But yeah, and Tampa, which is, or whatever, Tampa proper, or which it's not a great area, but where the stadium is, it's nice and open and like, man. Mm-hmm. The Yankees little spring training Yankee Stadium, I think, outdraws the fucking Rays, dude.
Yeah.
Dale Mabry, I think, is the boulevard.
I can see that. But let's get on to a few more little Snapchats here. Lua 503.
There.
Sorry.
There.
I had it, but it must have cut off again. I just got a new router, so I mean, I don't know if that's the reason, or being Indians or baseball.
Yeah. You put out more excuses than a politician for your Yinzernet, man. I mean, seriously. Oh, first I had to plug it in, then it was the wireless. Now it's my battery's dying, and fuck. I mean,
I'll be quiet.
Geez.
I finally updated from the potato cam after what? 18 months?
You did update to the sweet potato cam. You look better. You look thin.
I look thin?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I look thin, but thank you.
I don't know. People are always. I was surprised. I thought you were a 400-pound bearded fat man. So,
I've heard that before. You can kind of tell from the voice. I've heard that a few times, though.
You surprised me by setting the expectations really low.
Yeah.
I think it's reveal.
That too.
Yeah. All right, it's on you for Lua 503.
Yep. Now that the Blues have won, thanked again Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Philly for the pieces. Who was the next biggest legacy of failure in the NHL? You'd have to go Buffalo, Vancouver. Toronto is now has the longest drought because they were tied with the Blues.
You know, Toronto is not there yet. They've got to miss their window, I think, and then become a legacy of failure. Like when Tavares retires without a cup or something.
They
like
technically had one, like in the early part of the decade and the later part of the last decade, because they were just so poorly run.
Yeah, well, I mean, if this window closes without a championship, then they're a legacy of failure. But I think, honestly, Buffalo is that next one. That they've just been so bad and so mismanaged.
Oh, yeah. Buffalo, then Vancouver. Then...
Right, they've let Ryan O'Reilly walk for peanuts, and he's left hoisting a cup.
Oh, yeah. That's something out of the St. Louis playbook.
Yeah, true. All right, TIE Fighter 94, my fellow Asian peninsula, from that part of the world. Which commissioner, the Ginger Hammer or Gary Bettman? Ooh.
I'd probably have to say Bettman because he just lets the boys' clubs run everything.
Yeah, Bettman has no institutional control. I would say though Goodell is terrible with his wheel of discipline, but he also prints money. So how can you fault him for making the NFL into a monster? Does exactly what the owners want. The thing that I'm impressed by, they boos Adam Silver like they boo Bettman. And then had to resort to bringing the Sedines on stage with them in Vancouver to stop the booing. I think he's gonna start keeping puppies under his coat so he can start bringing them out when he gets booed, or what's her name, like a kid with cancer or something, in a wheelchair beside him at all times.
In St. Louis, they'll bring out that Layla girl.
Yes. That's what's gonna happen. Instantly, be having some type of backup. Monetized.
We're always demonetized. Let's be real. Eli Urbiza for $2 at Tree. Do you miss Three River Stadium? Not really. I didn't really go to it that much. It really didn't have any notable features, and we have PNC Park now, which is a beautiful stadium.
So I used to go to the vet all the time. I could imagine it was like that in Personal Dump, but. I was a kid. I was 12 years old, and I just loved Major League Baseball, so I didn't really care for them, I just not the stadium. Now,
yeah, it's
back in the 80s, man. Baseball was on top of the food chain. It's not anymore. Ace Ken Shader.
Ace Ken Shader. Is this a new guy, or did he change his name? I think I know the name. I think I've seen it before.
The Raptors won the final through the powers of Drake's trolling. I think they won despite Drake.
They won by the basketball gods demanding karma and penance for the Warriors championships.
Yeah.
That's why they won.
Klay Thompson tearing his ACL on a really dumb dunk. That's what That's what happened. Yeah, I think we had so many memes die. So many memes. Like the Drake curse. Come on, dude. Like
new memes will birth.
Well, there's always,
the meme economy demands balance.
It does. It does.
That's why we have the Lightning and crying Brad Marchand.
That's true.
And the Vegas Golden Knights.
New memes every day. Yeah, I think that my thing now is in the videos I can't diss Cleveland anymore, so I have to say Detroit. Hurt.
That's pretty low. I mean, you could still say Cleveland technically. Browns still have to prove themselves.
Browns are on the up, The Browns are going to do well. They're going to make the playoffs next year.
I see boom or bust. It's either going to be a really great season or the most Brownsiest Browning that has ever been browned. It is going to be one of those two outcomes.
Brown like throwing meat on a frying pan. They could brown like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like this next one.
Yep, Bailey Leisure for $1.99. Thoughts on the NHL trades? Also a 2019 Mets video. I'm glad I didn't start the script on that Mets video because of all the stuff that's come out over the past few days. So I'm hoping for July 1st because, typical Bobby Bonilla Day stuff. You gotta put it out on July 1st. It's tradition. But on the NHL trades, I'm not that crazy about most of them.
I don't like what New Jersey did.
I feel like PK Subban's more of a name than a player. PK Subban's a great offensive threat. He's just not that good defensively. I think he'll do wonders for their power play, but I don't think he's going to be the piece that helps them get over the top. And that's going to have to come from within.
Right.
And Nashville is... Yeah. Nashville, I feel like, is going after the wrong thing. And they're going after a big name forward, big game hunting, like a Panarin or a Duchesne. Their real issues lie in coaching, not in forwards.
Really? Wow.
That's what I feel like. Kevin McCarthy, 0 for 15 on the power play. They had no movement in that game.
Yeah, power play, I would... where you can look at coaching and say, hey, because you need a lot of discipline on the power play, and but you just got rid of a bona fide power play scorer. If that was your problem, it's kind of, I think they were trying to dump salary.
Yeah, but they wanted the cap space. That's why they got that return they did.
Yeah, I mean, you saw what I tweeted. New Jersey picked up a first line defense in 24 hours. They got, and I know Jack Hughes is a rookie, but he's going to be playing first and second line minutes almost right away.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good? David Benjamin, you $5. Tree, did you catch that Pirates Padre games? Also, any of you watch
golf? I did catch that Pirates Padres game. It was hilarious because let's be real. You blow 2 3-run leads in the 9th and the 11th. I'm just sitting there laughing hysterically by the end of it because they straight up blew repeated golden opportunities in a game they really needed to win. And they're going to give the Pirates false hope. Because let's be real.
How do they blow these leads?
Well, Kirby Yates came in. It was like I think he walked a batter. Then actually, it wasn't a walk. It was an error on Manny Machado, the Loy's player. Then a double by Adam Frazier. Their D is bad. It is not good. Then it was an infield single, and then a bunt to the pitcher. So it was like that, and then the second part was just they kept this really bad reliever in for an extra inning. Then he just got pelted. Then they bring in another dumpster fire of a pitcher. He gives up a bloop single to the catcher. And then they just walk the bases loaded. The final batter is an 0-2 count. He throws 4 straight balls. Game over.
So it wasn't like they got a single, stole a base, hit a double.
Oh, no. They handed them that game. They handed it to them.
Right. They walks kill, errors kill, And yeah, it sounds like they bent over and took their L. I watch golf, by the way. I love golf. I don't watch it like every day, but I'll watch the majors and all that stuff. I like that. That Brooks Koepka, he's really good.
Mm-hmm. Sports Talk Connor for $2. Welcome back, Tree. Are you still single? I haven't been single for a while. I've been dating a girl for about a year.
About a year? Wow.
Yeah. I keep it quiet.
I'm sorry that her eyesight is gone, but she'll be fine.
Yeah, she tries. She hates contacts for that reason, so I can see that.
Yeah. There's this old you ever read Mad Magazine?
Nah.
This guy he has this really ugly wife, and he goes into the optometrist and he gets fitted for glasses, and he puts them on and he sees how ugly his wife is, and he just throws them in the trash can. That's how my dad joke repertoire was built when I was like 12 years old. Right here from our fellow NASCAR driver, aka NASCAR driver. Wow, thank you so much, Josh.
Thank you, brother.
30 Bones. Thoughts on Wayne Simmons possibly to the Penguinos?
Oh my God.
Wow.
No, and hard no. Wayne Simmons is past his prime, and he did nothing in Nashville. He is not the player he was 3 years ago. He's another big physical forward that the Penguins do not need if they want to keep a speed-based game. Stop it.
Predators legend, Wayne Simmons.
Yeah, with what, like 2 points in 16 games or something like that?
I think Wayne is a guy that you would like if he was on your team, if it was for for $1 million, not significant, but that's not how the NHL works anymore. You can't just bring on a role player,
He's not even a role player anymore. He's like a fourth liner.
Patrick Marleau. Yeah, well, he's past his prime for sure.
Oh, yeah. And the physical players, they always fall apart. I mean, look at Hornqvist. Like, his body's starting to break down, and he's like a Greek god in terms of his physique. It happens to everyone.
Yeah, nobody was tougher than Wayne, though. Wayne Simmons.
Yeah, that's the problem. You got to pay the price, especially when you beat the body like that. Look at Luke Cheech.
Yeah, but thanks, by the way, Josh Bush. Go drive some NASCAR, buddy.
Sorry, I had to. Connor Thompson. Tree, panic, or patient? As a miserable Bravos fan, I am overreacting with negativity, or am I justifying for saying we aren't ready and we need pitching? You are justified. You need pitching. Your starting pitching is shit. You only have 2 starters that are any good. Keichel's to be determined. Freeze is a gas can. Fultonevich is a gas can, who I think you just optioned because he's a gas can. And you're still starting Kevin Gossman, who is a definite gas can. Your relief is a bit suspect. I mean, you swept the Pirates, but you got kind of lucky in that regard because the Pirates' bullpen is utter trash. They're even worse than you because of injury. So you aren't ready yet. You'll probably make the playoffs, but you'll get stomped. That's the way I see it.
I'm really surprised that just media. I mean, they're above average, right? Like the Braves they're there, but like they have a lot of holes.
Nobody has. I mean, the entire NL, every team except the Dodgers is pretty much a shit show.
Yeah.
The NL East is a total mess. The NL Central keeps tripping over itself, and the NL West is the Dodgers, and then some shit.
The Dodgers are running away with it. They're already
it's their division to lose, or conference to lose. Let's be real.
I can't fathom the Dodgers winning the World Series, but
don't worry, they'll probably choke in the World Series again to an AL team. And then we'll get more memes.
But see, last year they were outmatched. I don't know if they're going to be outmatched this year.
If you play the Yankees and they're back to full strength, that's possible they can lose again. Depends. They still have the Yankees, the Astros, the Red Sox could get their shit together. The Twins could still hit home runs ad nauseum. I don't know. Even the Indians could stop choking, even though I doubt they go far. Rays.
Yeah.
It's a very top-heavy conference.
The Twins is kind of suspect, right? You know, even though they're playing really well, like, yeah, they do this a lot.
They have pitching issues.
See it through.
That's the key. A lot of teams have pitching issues. The only ones I feel like that are stable are what? The Dodgers.
Yeah, Dodgers. They are stacked, and they got Bellinger, and if he's going to hit, and now he's got postseason experience, it's scary. Bueller, indeed.
Yep. Also, Hyunjin Ryu, dude's a beast. But let's go to.
I would feel sorry for the Giants fans having to deal with Gettleman, but I had to deal with Ted Thompson after he lost it and flushed 3 drafts down the drain. Suffer, Bobby Bonilla Day. Ooh.
Poor Packers fan, man.
That's an old one right there.
Yeah, Ted Thompson did go senile.
You know, it's weird that the Packers, you know, they are trusts. So there's no owner just sitting here saying, "Hey, you suck. You have to do better." So,
yeah, you get Fred Coupon, who
kind of unprecedented.
Yeah, you are the Knicks.
Kind of blow it toward the end. Right.
I mean,
but that's the NFL. The thing that made you successful will also get you fired.
Because the league adapts very quickly. 10 years ago, the hot topic was wildcat offenses and power running. Now it's pass happy and spread offense. And then in another 10 years, it'll be completely different again.
It might go back to like power eye. Right. It might be power eye, off tackle running again. You know, they'll do some rule change that allows for like
you can't even touch anyone on defense anymore.
You can grab other players' nuts now, and then it'll go back to defense and power football.
Oh, yeah.
People get bored of the same shit all the time.
Oh, yeah. Like the 80s were the age of the West Coast offense.
Like these next two coming up.
Mm-hmm. Eric Benzing for $2. What are your expectations on NHL free agency? Personally, I expect to laugh hysterically. Because with some of the money and term they're bandying about, some of the contracts that have been signed already, holy shit. Yeah.
There's going to be some big pieces moved. You know, you got Panarin that's out there. I think the Sharks did the right thing. Well, I don't know if you can call it the right thing, but they did the smart thing by locking up Carlson early. But at the same time, I think you're going to have fun reacting to all of that.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Like some of the rumors I'm hearing, Jesus. Just imagine how much they're going to pay Duchesne and Panarin. Jesus God. Even Gardner.
What happens with Duchesne? Like, you don't hear any type of anything in the rumor mill about him staying in Columbus at all.
It's too early to tell.
It sounds very dire. You got goalies on the move, like Robert Lehner could.
Lehner could be on the move. Bobrovsky. Yes, I think Mrazek is a free agent too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Mrazek's got a lot of leverage. He played really well in the playoffs, so he's gonna get paid.
Yep. Let me get this next one here. Eli Arbiza for $2. Tree, does anyone tell you that you resemble Eminem? Is the first time I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
I never got the Eminem comp. Like, I've heard J.J. Watt, I've heard Jared Goff, I've heard Captain Fat Fuck, the leader of men, but, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see
Eminem. My face isn't, like, long enough, I feel like.
Roger of Zion! Yep. Thanks for coming on, by the way, Dodge, and thanks for filling in last week.
Yep.
I wasn't able to catch your Twitch stream, by the way, Dodge. Yeah. Sorry, are we talking over?
No worries. Yeah, like I saw Taylor Burns' comment says UT looks like he flipped an empty church classroom into a man cave. kind of looks like a church classroom. Like an older church, like in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, that's sort of that's the molestation church room right there. That's where you kind of corner one of the boys, and you're just like, yep. This is how we do it.
Perhaps.
All right, Dodger of Zion. So I'm so thankful that I'm sorry I missed your Twitch stream. I was doing stuff. I had to cook dinner for the family. Was a pleasure to be on for the draft streams. Month and a half to go until I pull cards for the NFL, and 4 weeks. Oh my gosh, 4 weeks to Canada. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be in Toronto, in Canada, in 4 weeks. Yeah. Arcade producer guy Phil said he would come out and meet us. We gotta get a crew of people in Canada to come meet us.
Yeah, we'll have a surrounding of. We'll never have to buy drinks again. I think.
My buddy Tactics, he lives up in Windsor. That's too far away.
Yeah, it's about what? 2 hours? That's
like
by Detroit.
4-hour drive.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a no from me there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
For Windsor. But
yeah, Windsor's far.
But here's the squid for $2. Thoughts on Panarin possibly to the Avalanche? I never heard that one before. Would it be a fit, I feel like? Because they have to save up money for Mikko Rantanen. That's going to be your big payday. I think they'd rather save that.
Aaron has said that he wants to be in a big city, and I don't know if Colorado is big enough.
Yeah, Denver's a bigger city than Columbus, but, I mean, big city life.
Has more homeless people.
That it is.
Move wants to spend that max money.
Oh yeah.
V-Man 29397. I think this is new.
I think so.
I like this though. I still think Gary Sanchez is a bad catcher. Who thought that Gary Sanchez is a bad
catcher? Does he mean defensively? That would make sense. Like, I could see, like, you know, his defensive metrics being pretty bad. It's the one I would see, really.
He's hitting the fucking ball. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. As long as he hits the ball, no one cares.
Very often. He can be like Wilson Ramos, you know? Just Mike Piazza was horrible defensively.
Victor Martinez. But here's a quick question from Tiger89 for $5. Tree, so apparently we were both at the Indians game this past Friday. I'm from Cleveland myself. By the way, congratulations on your win. That was a great game. How was your experience? It was interesting. I mean, the real issue was, like, I didn't realize you have to print your tickets beforehand. I was driving from Milwaukee that day, so I didn't have access to a printer. And then I'm looking, oh, shit. So I have to run to a FedEx.
You don't have the phone?
What? No, you can't use your phone. You have to print out.
There?
Because apparently they print out in PDFs. Like, it's the Indians' policy. It's weird.
Power of SeatGeek.
Yeah, I use the power of SeatGeek. And the Indians, they don't care.
One of those meetups, you know, that influencers do. They say, I'll be jerking off by the main entrance, you know, like I'll be wearing a trench coat and exposing myself by gate F35. Yeah. Do the next time I go to a game.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, the thing, though, is, like, I mean, in that situation, a lot had happened. I just wanted to be, like, I was kind of exhausted at that point. I mean, I'd heard a few things, and I feel bad that I didn't get to meet anybody, but,
yeah, well...
But driving, like, 8 hours, like, well, it'll happen. Don't worry. Like, I mean, I'll have to do one in the Berg first. Just get that out of the way, or else they'll get jealous.
There's plenty of B-dubs to be recognized in, and you're going to hit them all, I'll tell you, so don't feel bad.
Uh-oh. Not the B-dubs. Anything but the B-dubs.
Beast to Metal Breaking: Ross Chastain takes inspiration from Blues, wins truck race in St. Louis, passes post-race tech inspection. This time, opinion. Good job, Ross. So isn't he the same guy that got DQ'd from post-race inspection for ride height? And then this time he wins again. So he's obviously been driving really well. So he took that negative and turned it into a positive. He dropped that 0 and he became a hero. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Vanilla.
Manzi 34 for $2. Either of you think Nick Mullins has a future in the NFL? Maybe as a backup. I don't know of his upside. I haven't seen enough of him yet. I don't know if he has the consistency to be a starter.
You never know. I mean, a lot of times play go the way of the AJ McCarron, be like a solid. Anytime you get an opportunity to play in the NFL, that's a good thing, right? I don't know. Is he going to start this year?
Jimmy Garoppolo,
right? Jimmy, that's right. That's
Jiminy Garoppolo.
Jiminy. Aiden C97. He could have a future as a backup.
As a starter, maybe.
Welcome back, Tree. Will be next year if Mrazek and McElhaney don't come back for the next season. I think the answer to that is fucked.
If they get a good goaltender, if they manage to pry Bobrovsky, I can see them doing well. They have the pieces to really develop. They still have a strong farm system. I mean, you're not going to get far with Anton Forsberg. I mean, unless Nedeljkovic comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. With them, how much hockey does Justin Williams have left?
Justin Williams has been around forever. Literally forever.
He's like the last piece of those LA Kings, winning, besides Quick and Doughty, and Doughty's obviously turning into a fossil, before our eyes. Kopitar literally has become the crypt keeper, but Justin Williams is still playing. He's a beast. You got this next one.
That I do, sir. That I do, from Mr. KJ Lemoyne. Hey, Tree, are you pumped for Bobby Bonilla Day? Oh, yes. I definitely am. Not just for Bobby Bonilla Day, but NHL free agency. That's the thing you got to be happy about.
People, I've been knocking the summer a little bit, but the summer is always fun. You got the two off seasons, the NHL and the NBA, which are really, I mean, by the end of next month, training camp is, people report, and you got Bobby friggin' Bonilla Day. Now I'm doing the old man. I just put some real thick glasses on and I'm dancing all hype. Sorry. Harold Kaufman. Could be Swedish. Tree, thoughts on Subban to Jersey? Sorry if you had already talked about this. We did talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
We can talk about it more.
We can talk about it a little more. Like I said, I'm not crazy about it for either side. But, I'm not happy about his defense. I think he's a good power play quarterback. I think he'll definitely aid in that regard. But he's just not... if you're expecting more out of PK Subban, you might be a little disappointed. He's not going to carry a defense. But it'll be pretty good.
When Nashville went to the finals, he wasn't good on getting them there. I'll tell you that. Nashville played in a finals.
He did. And then we got a very painful meme out of it.
So far away.
Duelist Master 9 for $2. Tree MLS and Association of Locals video. I'd have to look more into it, but apparently they're expanding at a ridiculous rate. If I'm hearing correctly, because they just want
they want to be
money.
the fifth major. Yeah. If you were to do a team in the MLS that's a Locals, by the way.
New England Revolution. I've heard that.
Or the New York, New Jersey. Yeah,
The Red Bulls. I think it's the Red Bulls.
Yeah. They were the Metro Stars, and now they're just constantly. Whoa! It jumped again. Hold on.
Yeah.
We got a lot of these. Holy shit.
Yeah. Eric Benzing for $2. Thoughts on the Blackhawks-Canes trade? And this was the one I think that involved Alexis Sorella and Calvin DeHaan for, I want to say, a prospect and Anton Forsberg and Gustav Forsling. Canes are trying to clear space, I think, for a bigger free agent.
Now, these are the little trades right now, but I think once free agency hits, you're going to start seeing
You'll see some bigger trades. I see that. You'll get some holy shit trade. You'll get that kind of thing. I think you could see that. As I said, it's more like a wait-and-see sort of situation.
Yeah. James Amadei, Tree. Under Alonso have left with the Chicago White Sox. Also use the Kraft Cave ramp next time to get down.
The Kraft Cave?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the White Sox. Probably a guaranteed rate field. I mean, if I ever get back.
Yeah. What'd you say? Guaranteed rate?
Guaranteed rate field. I'm guessing the Kraft Cave ramp. I think that's what they're talking about. But Alonso's not doing too well, I don't think. I mean, you may be looking at a DFA situation soon.
Like his name, Yonder. Hey, there goes Yonder.
Yonder Alonso. Joey Overstreet for $5. Tree, what do you think about the Pepsi Center? I've never been there, so unfortunately I can't judge it.
It's out in Denver, huh?
Yep, Denver.
It's like across from an amusement park.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get high and go to the Pepsi Center. I think it's a great I think it's a nice little arena. But the indoor arena is like, well, how good can one be? I guess Little Caesars is like that much better than other ones, but unless they got women, in arena do.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't make it a dump like the Memphis Pyramid. Trajan Greenwell, thoughts on what the Blackhawks have done so far? Yeah, the Blackhawks went with the center, I think, in the
Kirby Dach. But they've really been bolstering their defense. Yeah. That's what I've noticed.
Well,
you've added Olimata, you've added Calvin DeHaan to bolster that bottom pairing.
Calvin DeHaan, a clothing line. Calvin DeHaan's.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a different kind of clothing line. Sounds like one of those fancy, spooty European brands. Like a makeup, Calvin DeHaan. But
I saw a male romper at Target.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sports themed. I almost bought it.
Huh.
No, I would rather be caught dead. Dead.
Jeez. Tell us how you really feel, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
But one thing about Olimata,
you know what?
I have to say he is really, really, really slow. Like he's skating.
$100. Snapchat, I'll wear a male romper. $100. Maybe.
You heard him here, folks. 5 points in a male romper.
Did I really say that?
Yes.
Oh, we gotta make it $200 Snapchat because no one will do it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back.
Dude,
I'm gonna
if people have done crazy stuff before, you wouldn't be surprised, man.
Right, it's got to be $200, but I'll do it for $200. Male romper on air, and you guys will be frightened. Taylor Burns, $10. My idea: send the Rays to Omaha. The Ameritrade. Call them the Omaha Devil Tractors.
Jeez. The Devil Tractors.
Omaha. Yeah.
Beast of Metal 1989 for $10. In light of Orpik's retirement, I just have to know, what was his appeal? After all, the Pens played him from the Yager trade until Shiro's termination. Then the Caps dumped a huge overpayment on him. Brooks Orpik was known for big crushing hits. Like, there's one thing on there where he threw like 4 hits in 15 seconds. Let me take a look if I can find it here. But like he just bashed everyone, and it was beautiful, and we all loved it. But that was about it. Like that's all he really did. But
Very surprised that.
yeah, that's all he did. Plus, like he had intangibles and veteranism. Everybody loves intangibles and veteranism.
You know what? He made a career. You know, he won a cup, and he is heading off into the sunset. Burns, $2. Winnipeg, trash, Atlanta, trash, or legacy of failure? Not yet.
It needs more time. Definitely needs more time. Randolph Norbert for $2. When's the next vid tree? I'm hoping to have one out by tomorrow. I mean, like, the vacation put a lot of stuff on hold, but I've been working on a lot of stuff the last few days. Plus, you know, catching up on some real life things.
Yeah, vacation doesn't like a real job where you just don't do anything for a week and then you just come back to work and just start working again. Like, the beast always needs to be fed.
Unfortunately, yes.
Fuck your vacation. Uh-huh. That's what the algorithm says. Oh, you want to take time off? No.
Yeah. And
Why
then they talk
people
about,
are-
like, mental health, and it's like, bitch, your algorithm causes us to keep doing shit. Are you kidding me?
Right, and that
Like, the algorithm's best suited for, like, pumping out, like, a quick 10-minute vid every day. That's what YouTube does.
yeah, our only is full enough to hire other people to make our content, which will never happen.
Good luck. I don't make that kind of bread. Kidding me?
Neither of us do.
Yep.
Killian Crummell, Park. Wish I caught you after. So Killian was there.
Yeah, no, I think, like, if I remember, like, he lives in Milwaukee, but I don't think he was at the game. I'm not sure.
Was waiting
Yeah.
for you in the parking lot.
Unfortunately, I had to leave the next day. Like, that morning. So, that's why I couldn't really see anybody.
Up and that. I would have. They're male romper for 200. Fuck.
Who would be a male romper?
Yeah, you said. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they mistake you for Bernie the Brewer?
Nah. I don't know about that. Wouldn't say that, but Red Smart Productions for $2. Tree, least like MLB team. Please don't say the Cubs. You can already guess my answer. It is the Schlubbies. It is definitely the Schlubbies. Did I lose Mr. 5 Points?
No, you cut out for a second, and I was just letting it go.
All right, I just wasn't sure. I thought like I lost you for a second. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
your new router sucks.
it's also because I could be in the basement. Could be that, maybe.
And are you not directly plugged in again? Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm not directly plugged in. I'm trying it out today. We'll see how it is.
Wireless card, like, it doesn't matter what the router is. If your wireless card can't keep up, then it doesn't matter. My least liked MLB team is definitely the Phillies. Stick Fig Dude 7037. Thoughts on the NBA awards? Also, welcome back, Mr. Urine. Yes, I thought Giannis was a well-deserved MVP. I don't know if he next.
Yeah. I'd say Giannis definitely deserved the MVP. I didn't really see much of it, but like Gobert definitely, Lou Williams I could see. Like no real surprises. I feel like.
So Luka Doncic wins
Yep.
an MVP. That's what I want to see. Him and his
It
huge
could happen
man.
soon. Could happen soon. It's got a hot girl.
right. Last call for super chats, guys. You guys are great, but we got to get out of here at some point tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I love you, boys. There'll be time. There will be definitely time. But Golf King, 199, Blues win. No surprises there. Congratulations, my friend. You guys definitely earned it. Joey Overstreet for $5. Hey, Tree, when are you going to do a Legacy of Failure on the Rockies, my team? Rockies, it's too early.
They've been pretty bad.
Yeah, they've mostly been bad. They had that one great year, but most of the time they've been very underwhelming. Even they've had some great offensive talent. Larry Walker, Vinny Castilla, the big cat Andres Galarraga, Dante Bichette, Todd Helton. They've had some names. They've just never had pitching.
I remember Vinny Castilla. He just had a shameless, him and Dante Bichette just didn't care whatsoever. Tucker White 94. Who are the no video NFL legacy?
No video? Easily the Lions. They're definitely up there.
Yeah. You're still waiting on them. You're still waiting.
Yeah, as I said, I'm just waiting for the time, You've
done the Bengals enough.
I did one on the Bengals, but, they're still a legacy failure. Chargers, they're a legacy. Who else would
The Raiders, right? Autumn fart.
Yeah, Raiders, they've been done. I'm trying to think who else,
really.
The Dolphins are close right now, the Chiefs. Chiefs are almost 50 years. I have not done the Texans, I have not done the Titans. So Titans would be there. Even the, as I said, the Chiefs, almost 50 years.
The problem with the Titans is, you're the 1 yard short. That's... Everyone's expecting that.
Oh, yeah. That's their whole identity. It's 1 yard short.
It is. And they're...
But what I'm going to do is start out with a Tucker White. I'm sorry, with a uncultured barbarian. Golf
all over
King.
The place, man.
Yep. Sorry, Golf King for $2. I'm so happy Blues won, and I agree with you, my man. Like I said, it's definitely deserved. Also, uncultured barbarian for $5. My Packers need a legacy of failure. They've had Favre and Rodgers and only 2 titles to show for it. I think they need a general vid, not a legacy of failure.
They need a downfall video. Two titles, that doesn't really hurt, does it?
Would you rather be Dan Marino and have none?
Hey, you'd rather be the fucking Browns?
Yeah, it sucks you haven't won more than 2 titles with those guys.
2 titles in a decade. That's pretty good. That's pretty good NFLing right there. Good NFL.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
Felon.
That definitely ain't bad. I think this is yours. Up next, Mr. 5 Points. You cutting out again? Yeah, you're cutting out. Huh.
But I don't know if it comes or not.
Gonna improvise here.
What are you gonna do?
Probably move to a safer location.
Oh. Uh-oh.
To be determined. Let me turn off my webcams and do a little moving. You can read the next Snapchat while
I'm moving.
I'm moving on now to the east side.
What's happening? Where is he going? His house. He's probably walking by someone taking a big shit. And
I'm going to my outhouse. Let's get it right.
All right, I'm going to a go out. He's sounding better, everyone.
Yep.